Hi guys, it's Angel from Angel Believes, and I am making a plea to you to click those links up there and leave a comment for adoption of Jane and her son Islam, who is the victim of a vicious bullying attack at his school and is continuing to be victimized not just by the child that beat him up, but by that child's relatives and friends who are stalking him, and by school administrators who are allowing the violence to continue. No child should ever feel unsafe in a school. When did we stop being institutes of higher learning and become the playground for violence and terrorism within the walls of education? When did we decide that it was okay for children to run the schools and administrators to hide under desks like whipped pups because they're afraid of upsetting a parent? Ask me if I care. What I care about is that my child and other children go to school and they learn without fear of other children beating on them, picking on them, tormenting them, without teachers who turn their heads, principals who turn their backs, and superintendents who act like they don't know anything's going on. I'm angry as hell that this is what our school systems have been dropped down to. This child's mother has gone to the police, and the police tell her the school has to file a report. Well, the school refuses to file a report. And yes, the child that assaulted him was arrested, but he's off house arrest. He was expelled from the school, yet he was at the school the other day tormenting her child once again. When she called the school, the response she got was, "Well, we'll notify the school officer tomorrow. You have to return your child to school." No, the hell she does. As a mother who pulled my child out of school in the middle of April and it ended in May and put him on homeschooling, let me tell you, Jane, they can stick it in their peace pipe and smoke it. As his parent, you have every right to pull him out at any time of the year and homeschool him. They cannot up and change their statutes because it doesn't fit their bill. God forbid should they lose another dime of government money. I think what angered me the most is when the principal basically told her, "Well, I can't get him transferred to another school because we use those for the kids that are expelled." Basically, the kids that are troublemakers get passed from school to school to school to torment other children. No, no. What you do is you put them out of school, you contact their parents and inform them that they are going to have to supply an education for their child. Perhaps if they had to spend all day with their child and learned what their child was really like, they would maybe do something to get them help. Bullies do not become bullies overnight. Period. Something is wrong in their psyche, and it's not okay. This is not the typical playground tease of pull my hair while I'm on the swing because you think I'm cute. This is violence. Violence against children. Dr. Phil had a show on the other day about a 13-year-old girl who transferred from Ireland and who was so tormented and abused that she chose to hang herself. 9 teenagers were arrested in conjunction with her suicide. Not because they helped her commit suicide, but because they pushed her to that edge. Among these 9 children, 3 boys were also charged with statutory rape of this girl. Administrators were approached repeatedly by this girl's parents and by other friends of this girl's parents concerning the violence and attacks that were being labeled against this girl and anybody who chose to defend her. What they were told by school administrators were, well, if she did more to fit in and wasn't so different and didn't bring it on herself. Wrong answer. I don't want my child to fit in everywhere. I want them to be brave enough to be different and to be able to go to a school that encourages their ability to stand out from the crowd. I want them to rise above common crap and common people. And don't get me wrong, because not everybody's common, but when you stoop to the level as an administrator that you're going to blame a child for their own attacks, you need your ass whooped. Yes, I'm cussing because I am madder than hell. Madder than hell. So what I want you guys to do is hit those 3 blogs above this video, and you email the shit out of that principal and that school superintendent, and you send a copy to Jane. And then I want you to add Dr. Phil on Twitter. And I want you to Twitter him till he has no choice but to look at what's going on in this. Because this has got to stop. And it begins with you, and it begins with me. And since we, the taxpayers, are paying the salaries for these superintendents and principals, perhaps if we decided we didn't want them in their positions anymore, they might be more willing to make these children become responsible citizens, to find out why they feel the need to bully, and to put them in places where they can get the help they need to become responsible, productive citizens of society instead of spending their lives as bullies. I'm angry, and I'm asking you as my followers to stand up, be a voice for a child who cannot speak for himself. If it was your kid, I would do it for you. And I'm asking you to do it for Islam. He did nothing. He is an innocent child, and every child has the right to attend school in safety and without fear. It stops today. Today. And we can make that happen. Let your voice be heard. As an adult and as a parent, let them know that we are no longer standing by while they watch our children, because who's watching them when they're watching our children? Thanks, guys, and I love you. And Jane, give Islam a hug for me, because I just wanted to cry. If I could get a hold of those kids, I'd whoop their ass myself. You don't need no law. I'll lay hands on them, and it won't be in a prayerful way. And then I'm going to lay hands on their parents for being ignorant enough to let them get by with it. Somebody needs an ass whooping, and we'll start at the top and work our way down. Love y'all. Thanks so much for your support. Please do that. Please do that. Make a difference for a child. If you do nothing else today, do that.